Okay guys, so we've got orange today. Oh, we've got orange. It seems orange is popping up everywhere today. Orange being the color of creativity. Let's get some stuff set up. Okay, cool. So that's like, good enough. And realistically, it's exactly how it's meant to be. It's just some level of, perceived, learned method of how it is that things are meant to go, or how much effort you're meant to put into something, or... God, is this even right? Like that's the voice that sometimes stops us or has us wonder. And look, it's a good voice. It's a really good voice. The voice is coming out of love, but it's not always for love. Orange being right here, right here. Orange is here, and that's a good flavor. It's a connection of nerves, and we go ahead and we can send it love. Because that's the beauty of things, is we have the intention of how it is that we choose to funnel the energy that's moving through us. Truthfully, that energy is moving through us from points long before us and after us. I heard a song which put it really nicely, which is, imagine the universe as a connected system of energy, where there's all of these pieces in play, and just one piece kind of puts a little motion in the way, and the next thing you know, you're flowing to compensate for it, and now you've got to play that out, and that could be what we're talking about with karma, maybe. It's just this thing that enters in, and we're then in motion with it, and we've got this whole thing happening, and then there's people saying, there's good and bad karma, but it's all still karma, so it has to play out. So then how can we burn it? If we don't want to have to play through all of these things, because even bad and good are still perceptions of things. And I'm of the perception or feeling, I guess, and that's really what it is. It's a feeling of, life is always burning, so why would we need to do anything to make it happen? Life is happening regardless of our choice for life to happen. They had this wonderful painting, which is, if things aren't changing, are they really changing? And it's like, it kind of ended up reading, funnily enough, if things aren't changing, they're really changing. Or if you're not realizing things are changing, they're really changing. And that's kind of the point with it. And then I've been finding, personally, a bit of uncertainty with different things, just being like, oh gosh, like what is... mind control versus what is my mind in control. And it kind of came down to this thing of, maybe I can't just necessarily trust the environment I'm experiencing, because, that's a certain level of giving control up to another being or space or individual, letting them fill my bowl. And instead looking to say, okay, well, I'm going to fill my bowl, and I'm going to fill my cup, and I'm going to keep filling it so much that it's always overflowing. And that overflow is the only thing I'm actually choosing to consume. And in doing so, we're putting the thing down, the thing that's limiting our motion and how it is that we can move. And we're saying, okay, cool. So orange, we're going to say thank you for your taste. Ooh. Let's have a little bit of that, and that, like this emotive process is just a sense of like acting, you're acting like you're feeling it. Oh, so that you can actually begin some form of a transmission. Because a transmission is something where you're in a trance towards your mission. There's a motivation for you to continue moving, and sharing that with yourself, because we live in a society, or I don't know about you, as I can't speak about you, but I live in a society, in a space where I go imprinted to want to share and give for others and to others, people pleaser, as they tend to call it. And I find that, I might be quite a maestro at it, honestly, but I also found that I would really like to actually live my life for me, honestly. And what I also found, like, in full disclosure of that, is me is not this like, I want to live the best life and I want, I want that fruity, tooty duo. It's actually not tooty, it's just fruity duo. But I also found that I'm incredibly enamored with life and how beautiful it is, and the opportunity to exist and to be, and that there must be so many different parts of it that I've yet to see, and that I've really seen and I love, and I'm wanting not just to have this like hedonistic experience of I'm gonna have it all and like fucking fuck bro, which is great, don't get me wrong, fucking love it, beautiful, but I found it personally for me to be a bit like, where's the meat, where's, funnily enough I'm vegan, but as of this recording, but where's the substance, where's the value, where's the part that really wants to live and has this deep feeling of like centeredness to the very ground of reality and the universe, and how it is that we're choosing to move forward and take that package of energy that's received to us, and then say thank you, I'm so very, very, very grateful to you, and I wish to be able to share it in a way that all others receive it as a sail that allows their consciousness to grow and shift and become, and for that to raise to the sun of our highest possible perception of self, where it is that we're lucky to be alive, and in turn be able to share that happening, coding and gift of existence with others, as we learn to see it through the eyes of the divine, of God, of Krishna, of the great supreme Lord, and the personality of Godhead, of whatever, allows you to be like, I'm going to seize this moment and make it mine. And not this, I'm going to own it, but I'm going to completely become unattached to it. And instead just say how I'm going to do the best I can. And I would really appreciate being able to do the very best that this whole being and amalgamation of amalgamations could possibly do. And I'm going to show up for that. I'm going to envision it. I'm going to journal it, mark it, make it, create it, play it, but I'm going to show up, and I'm going to do all the parts, and specifically the parts that I may be a bit scared of or afraid of, but I'm going to very importantly choose to do it my way. Because it is my way or the highway. And my way is the highway, because it's the quickest way to actually do it. It's every other way is someone else's way, which is great. Nothing against their way. I'm not saying they're wrong or right, but it's not my way, so it can't be right for me. I might be able to take a lot of inspiration from it, but I need to make sure to listen to myself, my guidance, my intuitive mechanism, my heart, when it comes to all of these things, because my way is the way that I've been doing for a very long time. It's my encyclopedia that exists within my heart. And, obviously there's a certain level of, as we come in with the amnesia of life, that gets put down on us, or it just naturally is, I guess. Well, that's a very interesting topic. Frequency networks, altered environments. Are we living in a dome that prevents us from being able to go ahead and activate our higher consciousness because of the general noise within us? Yeah, who knows? Possibly. Probably. Is there a reason to be afraid of that? Not really. Like a reason to be aware of it, and to look into things that help you trigger and then have that come back to you, of course. But fear, so 1600s, actually probably even earlier than that, I don't know. If anyone has an idea of when it actually fits, great to know. But not now, we live in a pretty damn fucking amazing time. And also we've got amazing people like you, where we are connected and capable of actually going ahead and transmitting, receiving, sharing and shaping all of this light in really functional ways, So now it's a case of we've done the whole, are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Now we're excited. Now we're like fucking aces. We are excited. Don't smoke. But we're excited because also now the one thing though is just with all of these different things going on is how do I construct a routine that's healthy for me, my rhythm, and establishing a general baseline of existence, because all of it comes down to how we choose, or how I choose to create, how I choose to fill myself with the frequencies around me. Do I choose to actually engage with those frequencies? Like, this painting is from 2 years ago, October. It's from a party. It's got a whole little story. I'll do that another time. But anyway, it's a co-creation that was then added to, and now is only again tonight added to again. And it's one of those things where it's, on the one hand, don't beat yourself up, of course. But if I ask myself, why did I not add to it? Why did I not add to anything? This can be, art, drawing, your own internal makeup because of journaling or whatever it is. Why didn't you add? Because your creation is yours. It is from and through the divine, so it must be perfect just as it is. Put that in your pipe and smoke it if you're going to smoke anything, bro. But allow yourself that. And I'm speaking to myself, I'm speaking to myself and being like, damn, dude, okay, look, I did technically add a little bit yesterday, but that's the thing, is like, allow yourself to do it in a way that you don't necessarily want to do it, like I almost want to say allow yourself to make mistakes, but like that is literally what creativity is based on, is creating activity without the constraints of it needs to be right or proper or has to happen like this on this 9 to 5 schedule and all that fucking bullshit, my bro. Like, fuck that. I'm not saying don't be productive and an active member of your society in a way that feels good to you, but also be willing to have that conversation with yourself. Does this feel good to me? Because some of it will and some of it won't, and the parts where it doesn't is where your work is, your duty, so to speak, is. It's an opportunity for you to then find that basis or foundation and be like, okay, cool, so this part's really fucked, so I'm going to go ahead and work on it because I need to work on that, and I want to, because I want to live in a better reality for me and all of those around me. Keep moving forward, keep iterating, change things you don't like. If you found that you did prefer them, change them back. Try it a little bit, just keep going. You got this. I love you. Observe the observer. That's a really solid one. Gives you a lot of information.